Here's another thing that I really hope a Trump administration can look into at least. And I don't even mean him as the president. If you remember, last time Trump was elected in 2016, it had a shockwave across the nation. A lot of the states and local governments started feeling that vibe and catching that wave and started doing things that were better for the country to make America great again. So I hope that happens. Something that really needs to happen in this country again to make America great again is something we have to bring back. Mental institutions. We really need mental institutions. I'm not talking about a little fucking doctor's office or a little hospital with this modern architecture. It looks like a strip mall, maybe. I'm talking old school, scary, big brick buildings that just house acres upon acres of fucking batshit crazy people. We need that. I remember these things. I remember every city, every town, had a mental institution. They were fantastic. They had lore. They had like a lore behind them. It was like a story. You hung out with your friends, and sometimes you'd go to these abandoned mental institutions or ones that were still up and running. And you smoke and drink in a field, and you look at it and imagine the fucking nightmare of being inside those. Me and my buddies, it was Pilgrim State Mental Institution. You are a mental case. It was scary, but it was great. That's where your nuts went, and you knew a few people that had gone in there. Maybe not personally. We knew a guy. He used to frequent the Huntington, Long Island area named Crazy John. Crazy John. He would push a shopping cart around, and it had a big one of those sunflower things on it that spun, and he would just go around the dumpsters and pick up shit that made no sense. You got plastic bag? That's what he used to say. You got plastic bag? And, I guess that day he found a bunch of plastic bags. So that was Crazy John. And he ended up, institutionalized, in and out, whatever. But it was a great way to keep these nuts out of society. I don't know what you want to do with them. You want to try to rehabilitate? There's no rehabilitation. They're nuts. They're batshit crazy. They cannot function in society. So they need to be put somewhere where they could live out their lives and where doctors could go around with a clipboard and go, well, that's interesting. This guy's a fucking mental patient. But they don't belong in society. And we have so many of these nut jobs roaming around now that they're dangerous, they're scary, and they eat up certain resources. Now, Anthony, you say, what about, where's the money come from for all these? How much money are we spending to try to keep these people in society through crime and shelters and the police activity and stuff? I guarantee you it would be cheaper to round these motherfuckers up and throw them in these batshit crazy houses. Yeah. Ryan, find a picture of a Pilgrim State Psychiatric Center. Because, it's a perfect example. And I know whoever's watching this knew of a place near where they lived that was just like this. There were a fuckload of these because there were a fuckload of mental patients. They just let them out. They let them all out. Look at this place. Look at this shit. Dude, that's a mental institution. That's not some little doctor's office. They were shocking people in here. They were hooking fucking. Look at this. We used to go there and drink after it was abandoned. Scary. You wanted a girl to hold on to you? You wanted to ask a girl to go hang out, and you go with a bunch of people to Pilgrim State Psychiatric Hospital for some drinks. You wanted her to have her arms wrapped tightly around you the entire time? Take her to a fucking closed down mental institution, guys. What's wrong with you? It worked. They were scared shitless. So was I. Got to be honest. It was a good way also for you not to crack and break and run in front of your friends and embarrass yourself. You had a girl there. You break and run, she's going with someone that didn't. Yeah, look at this. Wow, I haven't seen any drone footage of these places yet. Yeah, just lunatics. Packed to the rim. Jeez, look at the windows and creepy fuck place. But like I said, everyone knows of a place like this. Everyone had or has this place. They built them like to be like, yeah, this is a mental institution. Let's see the architect's plan. I have the plan here. Like, what kind of architect draws up a more depressing fucking place than a mental institution from the 50s and 60s, 30s probably. Oh, that's so fucking fun.